This video is shot on April the 23rd, 2017, running up to the NFL draft. You can see a lot of construction workers here. I talked to a few of them, and some, but not all, actually travel with this whole thing. And to them, it's just old hat. I actually asked one of them if he got free tickets and such, and they're like, man, you've seen one of these, you're done. Now, look there at the main stage. If you can see into the darkness there, into the main stage, there's going to, well, I'm going to wheel around here. This video is going to go all the way around Ben Franklin Parkway and back, so I'll get a closer shot eventually. But I'm trying to give a full perspective of the entire area in this video. But if you look towards the back inside there are pillars that are emulating the art museum. That's not the actual art museum in the back of the main stage there. But the main stage does encompass some of the steps, or the rocky steps, if some like to call them, that lead up to the art museum. Now, I don't know if it was the NFL itself or the city of Philly or both, but they did do the right thing and made the Rocky statue that's off to the right there accessible. And I will wheel around to that and show you a little video of that as well later in this video. But for the NFL enthusiasts, and by the way, please don't shit all over my video because I'm an inline skater. I appreciate it, guys. To the NFL enthusiasts, I figured you'd like to see something like this, so I thought I'd put this video up for you guys. So there you can see the art museum behind all of this, way up in the background. So don't be fooled when you watch this on television if they try to tell you the art museum's right there at the back of the stage. It's not. Now I'm going to wheel around the parkway here, and I'm going to speed this part up so you don't have to tolerate me skating around it. Now this building on the left that we're zipping by, that is where the players will actually stage before they're called up.
You trying to see the Rocky statue?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I think it's still accessible, barely.
Yeah.
It's on the right-hand side.
Now this security guard is pretty informative, so I'm going to let this audio run here with him. And you can learn a little bit about cost and what's open to the public if you're going to go.
As far up as Fairmount.
Okay.
All right.
He would know. He's riding around.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, man.
Have a good one.
So will this all be? What's up?
Nice blades.
Thank you, sir. Been skating for many years, but
That's it. I ain't never seen no blades like that.
these are the newest side. So will this all be publicly accessible here, or will this be closed off?
This is actually going to be closed off probably Tuesday,
Right.
and definitely as long with the traffic and the outer drives.
But I'm saying, like what will be? If somebody wanted to come, like they're gonna have someplace to sell things, I guess.
Yes, they're going to have a lot of vendors. Chickies and Pete's, I know, is one of them.
Will that all be publicly accessible, or will it be off limits unless you pay some sort of admission?
I think the stuff that's only admission is like the festivities, like the activities that they have for the kids to do. They're actually building an activity up there over top the baseball field.
All right.
I think you're going to have to pay for admission in there. There's activities for the kids over
All right,
there.
so it's not going to be fully like Disneyland. You pay to get in and then pay for every little thing.
Yeah.
You can pay to go to specific things.
Absolutely.
So what was all this news about? Some sort of lottery for getting tickets. What's that to? The draft itself?
The actual draft itself.
But all of this out here should be publicly accessible. Just pay for things that you want to do.
Yes.
Okay. Curious about that.
Yeah. It's going to be nice. It's definitely going to be nice.
How long will it last?
It actually starts Thursday at about 6 p.m.
Okay.
And then it's going to run all the way until, I believe, Saturday night.
No kidding. Yeah. I don't know what to come for there. I mean, I'm not going to want to buy any NFL paraphernalia. You can buy that at my local store.
It's going to be a good experience. I was talking to one of the big NFL guys. I actually forgot his exact title. However, he was saying that usually wherever they book the NFL draft, they usually do it two times in a row.
Right.
But he's not sure if they're going to do it again in Philly. So I mean, I would definitely take advantage of the experience.
Let's see. I have a lot of stuff I do on the weekends like this. I play paintball a lot too.
Oh, nice.
So that's a whole day experience.
Absolutely.
And I'll take paintball over walking through somebody's gift shop.
Paintball all day, baby.
But still, yeah, it looks like it ought to be cool.
Oh yeah.
We meet on the art museum steps every Sunday.
Oh.
So this kind of displaced us.
Yes. A lot of
Saturdays and Sundays actually.
A lot of people. That's all they've been. I want to see the Rocky steps. I want to see the steps. I'm like, I hate to say it. I'm sorry, but the steps are covered.
This guy on the bike's going to insist that the steps are still accessible. I actually checked it out. You can't.
They're just in inaccessible?
I believe so.
Yeah.
So you
Now,
get to the Rocky statue.
Well, the statue, yeah. I was just talking about the steps.
You
Seem
get
like
to-
they're just
you
caught
get to the
between.
Rocky steps too. You can walk around
Behind
the
it?
side. You can walk around the side right by the Rocky
Oh,
steps.
that's cool.
on the side.
and,
And the Rocky steps are all open on the top.
okay.
So you can actually stand.
So
there
it looks
and
like
all
they have given people the opportunity to still.
that. Hey,
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
This is actually going to be the locker room there,
All right.
and then on the left side is where the parents and stuff and the players are going to be.
Right.
That's actually going to be drafted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
So
then
the locker rooms for what? Players?
players and I believe
So how's it going to work?
and vendors.
So they're going to get called up. They're going to say the Cleveland Browns select
Yes.
Joe Harris from blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Because they got the first pick. So
They're going to
he's going
escort
to be
them.
actually in right for one of these things.
That first one at the top.
All right. So that's where that staging area.
Yeah, the one that down
Yes.
there.
Yes.
How about these ones with the locker room?
That's the vendors. The vendor is going to be at the one on the far right. The inside one is going to have like other players, you know, that actually are like their first and second year in already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's going to be somebody in there, like every year, that's
Absolutely.
doesn't get picked.
Right.
He slides and all
Right.
that. And you feel sorry for the guy.
Right. Hey, I wish I was that guy. That's still $250,000.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Yeah, he's still going to
Thanks, dude.
Hey man, have a great day.
Have a good life.
You too.
Still going to get drafted.
All right, now upon leaving this very cordial security guard, I'm going to make my way around the oval, past a skateboarder, and come back down to where the main stage is, but I'm going to bear to the right of it to the Rocky statue. I personally don't really care about the Rocky statue.
Pardon me.
It's not that I don't like the movies, but it just doesn't have any meaning to me. But for those who are curious, it did in fact used to be at the top of the art museum steps, and it got bounced down here. Ultimately, the art museum didn't find it very artistic at the top of the steps.
Starts hanging around, crap.
So if you look there to the right of the back of the stage, the extension there goes up the steps with more coverage, essentially covering just about every ounce of the steps. So while people can walk up this path to get to the art museum, if they can get to any of the steps, they might be able to get to, 6 or 8, but no more. Essentially, during this exchange here, I find out that these guys many of them travel with the
Do you
NFL.
guys know if the steps are just covered, or can people actually still go around and walk on them? Yeah, because somebody's down there saying they were still accessible, but it doesn't look accessible to me.
Not at all.
No. All right, so that's one secret reveal. They give you tickets to this for building it, right?
We don't. Time you do it, second time it's over.
I hear you. Take care, man.
Now these two guys up here on the left, they look like they're locals. I'm going to bring the sound down here and get you back around to the front of the main stage, and you can see on the 360 when I get there a good perspective of all the things that are kind of like behind the camera well when you're watching it on television. Like off to the left, you'll see the cameras. Directly behind, you'll see another stage that apparently is going to be, I guess, a backside camera well that'll shoot right across the street here. It's going to be to the left there, but when I start facing forward, you'll be able to swing around backwards and see it. It's right in front of the fountain. As soon as I get settled in here, off to the right of the fountain there is, again, from what I understand, where the players will wait to be called up when they're being drafted. But where I'm standing now is almost directly in front of the cameras that are off to the left, where it says the future is now.
So I was talking to one of the guys up there, said that the steps were still accessible, but I'm seeing the steps are under a tent there. Are some of the steps behind there accessible?
Well, if you go around this side or that side, it's still the steps.
So there's some steps accessible?
Yeah.
Because I can see definitely some of the steps are covered right now by this whole thing.
Yeah, if you go around, you'll see it. They're not.
So there's some steps that people can walk on. Yeah. Seems to be a big deal to set some folks in.
We're just trying to get inside the museum.
I don't think so. Well, it's the Rocky statue and the steps. Nobody, people are probably going to go behind, try to run 18 of the steps. Oh, I did it. I didn't get to run them all, though. That's nice.
I was gonna say, most people go down there by the statue and then go to the city.
Oh, look at the fake pillars. That's funny. Oh, that's wow, and that's on film. People are going to think that's part of the art museum. All right, I think I got everything I want to get on film. I'm out of here,
Is
dude.
that camera on top of your
Yeah,
helmet?
it's 360. It does front and back. I videotape paintball and inline skating. It's really good for paintball because, like, if you're an up man, you can see how the other people are supporting you, coming around your sides and playing with you. So 360 is really good for paintball. And then I do these city skates with a lot of clubs. We skate through New York, DC, Philly. And you do that. It's like kind of a cool tour because you can watch somebody go through the city to places you wouldn't normally see. And you just take your phone and you look up and you can turn anywhere. If you're on a PC, you can use a mouse. But on a phone, you just turn. And then you can do it all.
Oh yeah, like the Google 360.
Yeah, so this is right here.
Okay.
So it's got a front and back camera. It's got a front and back camera and it splices both files together at the same time and makes it one big file. And I put them on YouTube. I usually get them up within 24 hours.
Wow, that's cool.
All right, well, I'm out of here.
All right, man,
Take care, dude. Have a good life, man.
All right, you too, brother.
Well, there you have it. My NFL draft under construction tour in 360. Hopefully you enjoyed it.